Hello, everyone, and welcome to Faces Behind Most, which is an interview series we do for the Bridge for Balkan Music project. Today, I have here two guests from the EMC, the European Music Council, who are members of our whole network, the Network for Most Music, which is the goal is to promote Balkan world music to the rest of Europe and to build connections and foster talent in the world music scene. So I would like to introduce to you Ruth Jakobi, who's the Secretary General of the European Music Council, and Katharina Weinert, who's an EMC policy advisor. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And first of all, I'd like you to introduce a little bit to us what the European Music Council does and what is it, what's your quest and what's your goal?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for this invitation to the interview. The EMC, actually the European Music Council, is a network of networks, so really an umbrella organization for music and music life in Europe. We even have an international umbrella yet, which is the International Music Council. And we have a very diverse membership that is also split into different categories according to either the musical genre or musical activity, or also on national or European outreach. And we cover all different kinds of music and music professions and music activities, as said. So it goes from professional to workers behind the scene, but also the whole non-professional scene, the amateur world, education. So everything is included in our network under the umbrella of the European Music Council. We have three main activities, three main pillars of work, so to say. The first one is advocacy work, where we are mainly in contact with the European Union, but not only, and where we promote the interests of the European music sector. The second one is empowering, so strengthening, offering capacity building to organizations in the European music sector, and of course our members. And the third pillar of work is building alliances. So connecting people very much as we do in the MOST project, bringing together people, offering networking opportunities, and we also organize and coordinate cooperation projects ourselves. And of course, we have a great team to implement all those activities. And actually, we are two secretary generals at the European Music Council. With my colleague Simone Dutt, we share the leadership of this organization. So that's the EMC in a nutshell.
That's great. And actually, I was thinking as of MOST is for artists, managers, festivals. So it's also a very diverse program for different stakeholders of the music industry. I was thinking, what do you think EMC can best offer them? And what is the reason why you joined the MOST network?
Well, the reason that we joined the MOST network goes back already to a very long-standing cooperation with Weinert. We did have a cooperation project that was coordinated by the European Music Council already a couple of years ago, which was called STAMP. It was funded through Erasmus+. And we were in contact with Weinert. Weinert was not a cooperation partner here, but it was a project that was specifically targeting the Balkan area. So we had already some contacts here. And we were definitely working together with the European Agenda for Music. You can see some bits of the visual for the European Agenda for Music behind my colleague, Katharina Weinert. So yeah, we had a long-standing partnership already. And I let Katharina take up more on the details why we then came together with the MOST project.
Yeah, as Ruth already explained in the beginning, for the European Music Council, the promotion of all genres and types of music is very important. And with MOST having this focus on world music, which is very often not, to put it mildly, not in the center of attention of funding or policy making. So for us with MOST to put more attention to world music was very important. And then especially additionally in the Balkans, because we're not only looking at genres of music, but we are not just an organization for EU members, but the geographical Europe is very, very important for us. So to have really something, put attention to regions that maybe, especially on a European level, maybe don't get always the attention that that they should get. So this was bringing together these two very important aspects for us, putting attention on the world music scene and then to the Balkans especially. So that was very important for the EMC to be involved in that, to empower the music sector in this, and to build more alliances in this regard. And then maybe just adding one more thing, what maybe as EMC we can bring to that. As we said, we work a lot on advocacy, and this advocacy work is focused a lot on the European Union. And I think bringing that connection to these other music networks that are our members, but maybe also others that we work with very closely, and then this connection to EU policymakers, and making that connection, bringing more attention to the world music scene in the Balkans, and what are maybe their specific challenges and obstacles to improve the world music scene is very important. And just really, but in general, learning from each other and building more and stronger connections in that regard, I would say.
That's you built a lovely picture of a bridge, actually, which is what most intended to be. So thank you. That's very happy that it's very nice to see that when we talk to partners, how similar it is, that how we see this like whole process. So it's lovely. One more question I had for you is, what kind of events or happenings are you looking out for the autumn season, which is hopefully a better one than last year and like a more secure one and more stable one. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's a challenge still. I mean, we are just about to start planning again live events. I mean, physical events where we can meet in person. We already had one training where we met with 25 people, so that was a great experience. But yeah, we are still quite careful, we must say. But as you said, hopefully it will be better, and hopefully we can look to the future with more events taking place. So we are currently planning a final event of another cooperation project, again Erasmus Plus funded, that we coordinate from the European Music Council. The project is called Shift. And there we joined together with 8 other cultural networks to represent one cultural sector. We have, for example, the performing arts or fine arts. And we are looking into several of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We have picked 3 of them for this project, which are climate action, gender balance and power relations, and also inclusion. And as a 4th topic, we are looking into leadership, how cultural leaders can actually implement change with regards to those Sustainable Development Goals. And the final event will take place in the beginning of December, but not even the date is not yet fixed. So I can't say anything more concrete now. Yeah. But I'm sure that is also interesting probably for the MOST community. So follow us on social media and find out more when the date is out.
Shift is, of course, our own project, but I think we still want to bring attention again to WOMEX that's taking place end of October, because of course WOMEX is very important for the MOS community, and with the organizers also being a partner. Well, we have one panel that will focus also on Balkan festival landscape and MOST, of course. And as EMC, we will also be hosting a panel at WOMEX where we will talk about EU funding for music. And but I just want to stress again, although it says EU funding, this is also interesting for if you're coming from a country that's not a member of the European Union. There's still opportunities there to benefit maybe. And so I would just, if you are at WOMEX, I hope we hope to see many of you there and talk to you. We've been going to WOMEX for a long time now, and it's a great community, and yeah, we hope to see many of you there.
So thank you for your time, and again, thank you for joining us and being a part of the MOST network. I think it's very, it's just such a meaningful collaboration so far, and I hope it continues to be that. Especially in the pandemic time, I think it was one of the holding stones for a lot of people. So yeah, thanks for being here.